same nation, white people, you know, the Greeks, they had a council where they was like, you know, if we keep them in sin, you know, we gonna be able to reign over them, but they start serving their Lord. All hell is gonna be
yeah, that's in the Apocrypha. I forget what book. I probably know that there was a time where there was a king. Go ahead. Huh? What was you gonna say? Judah. And what king was this? Was this who Persians mean? What empire?
Is that Greeks?
Say again? Greek. There was an emperor. He was taking over all the land in the Middle East. But there was one but our people, we was in our land, and he got a report, and he said they told him, "Oh king, there's one people that won't obey to your rules and won't submit to your rules," and that was our history. Right. We always, you know, there was some of us that would conform. Always, we would be sellouts. But then there was a lot of us that say, "No, we ain't doing that. We ain't gonna eat that swine. We ain't gonna do what the king said. The king want us to eat that swine. We're not gonna do it." We read that all in the book of Daniel and things. Daniel had to resist the swine. Right. It was different things with Mordecai during that time. With who was it? Ruth? With Mordecai? Esther, sorry. With Esther. And so now there were times that the kings would want us to do certain things outside of our laws, but we would refuse. And so this time they went to the king and said, "Lord, there's a people over there that won't submit to you." And he said, "Well, who the hell are these people that won't submit to me? Let's send soldiers over there and let's make them submit to us, or we're going to take their lives." And one of his servants said, "Mighty king, with all due respect, these people are the children of the Most High God. These are the people that came out of Egypt when all the plagues hit Egypt. These are the people that this and that happened to. Every time they serve their God, they are undefeatable." You understand? So if you send troops there, you got to spy the land out. And if you see that they are worshiping their God and obeying their laws, leave them alone, because their God ain't no joke. I'm paraphrasing. He said, but if you find that they are breaking their laws and are going against their God, then you can overtake them. Because they understood, like I'm about to bring out, even our oppressor in these last days understood that in order to successfully oppress Blacks, Hispanics, and North American Indians, you have to keep them ignorant of who they are and who their God is. You have to force them to break their own laws. You understand? The leaders of this earth, they know that we ain't supposed to be eating pork and shrimp and crab and lobster. Right. So they call those things delicacies. They call pork the other white meat. Right. They know we ain't supposed to participate in the LGBTQISTUV lifestyle. They know we're not supposed to. It's against the laws of the Israelites, but they call it an alternative lifestyle. They say you have to be fair to everybody or it's a crime. You understand? And so now we in a system, in an empire that you can't even speak out against a lot of the sin in this place. Now, the one good thing is no law in this earth forces us to sin. There's no law that forces us to commit a sin against the Most High God of Israel. So that's just an excuse. When the more Christian Israelites say, well, we got to do this. We ain't in the motherland. The temple ain't built yet. We got to do. That's a lie. Right. You just conforming to this place. That's why we call you Christian Israelites. You understand? There's no law in America or that forces you to break God's law. You understand? But there are laws in place that won't allow you to speak out against the people who do. Some of them. You understand? Psalms 83. Go ahead.
Psalms 83, verse 2. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
Thy enemies, this is King David praying to the Most High. He's saying the enemies of God make a tumult. Go ahead.
And they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
And they that hate the Most High God have lifted up their head in pride and power and strength and speaking against the children of God and God himself. Go ahead.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They've taken crafty counsel. They had their meetings in big off-conference rooms. Go ahead.
Against thy people.
Against Israel. You don't know, black man. They may tell you you're a thug and you're dirty and you're nothing. You understand? But they sit in rich conferences with $1,000 plates and have meetings about you. on what they're going to do to you, about you. The next move they're going to do to the Negro in the ghetto, to the Hispanic in the barrio, to the Native American Indian on the reservation. These rich billionaires that run the world, they have continuous meetings on how to keep you in control because you are still very dangerous to them. Even though you're on heroin, you're on cocaine and crack, you're leaned over, your hands big as boxing mitts from all the needles of heroin and drugs you're sticking in you. You're the hidden ones. You're on the ground. You're damn near half dead walking around. That's why they made the movie The Walking Dead. That's you. That's you. Right. The Walking Dead in their eyes. But even though they look at you like you're the worst thing on the earth, you are the greatest threat to their empire. You are the greatest threat to their rulership because you are still the chosen people of the Most High God whom they can't defeat. They can't defeat him. And all he's waiting for is enough of you to come to him. Enough of us in the I.S.U.P.K to teach and get more soldiers under him, more sisters under him. And brother, when we get to the amount that the Lord thinks is necessary, oh my God, it's going to be a glorious and dreadful day at the same time. You going to say something, Nicole?
Obviously, we was talking about everything that's going on in the world right now. You know what I mean? We was like, Satan can't hide anywhere no more. Like, the times they were hiding the religions, you know, the Christianity.
Yeah.
Like now, I go on the comments on the internet, and everybody, anytime we got something to do with the church, people clowning the church, people clowning Islam, especially in Philly right now.
God.
More importantly, the Jewish man, for so many years, was able to hide in the synagogue. Now it's like, now when black people see Jewish people, they're like, hey, I ain't Jewish.
Yeah.
They don't even know the full spectrum of it.
Right.
One thing they do know, they like, hey, y'all fix
it. God damn right. Because it gives them some hope. You know what I'm saying? It gives them some hope. And they might not fully understand it and may not even want to give up them cigarettes to come around us. There's a lot of brothers in the truth now. That their first year, 2 or 3 of finding out about us, they said, man, I can't be around them. I ain't clean enough. I ain't, you know, I got to get these cigarettes up, or I got to get this other stuff up. Some brothers and sisters think they ain't worthy to be around us, but this is where you come to start getting rid of that mess. We're going to talk about it. It's going to be a hard truth to swallow. Truth is a hard pill to swallow. So you're going to get the truth, and we're going to start working on you getting off them things, man. You understand? So, but don't stay out there because you think you ain't worth it. Read on. What's the last line you read?
They are taking crafty counsel against thy people.
Go ahead. How have the leaders of this earth taken crafty counsel? Counsel is a meeting against black people and Hispanics and North American Indians. Go ahead.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They've consulted against our hidden ones. Israel, you the hidden one. Why? Because nobody knows that you are the real Jews, man. There's very few people that knows it. And the ones that knows it, they aren't promoting it. They aren't promoting it to the world. They're keeping it to themselves. It's a lot of people that come up to us at camp, oppressors, white people, come up to us at camp and say, you know what? Everything you guys are saying is true. And they say, but good luck on convincing them. They say, good luck in convincing the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? Because they know this is a difficult thing to learn because we've been so saturated with the lies, with the Christianity. Read.
Verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
And this is what the billionaires and the rulers of this world say when they meet each other and talk about blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians. They say what?
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
They say we need to cut these people off from being one race. They know these 12 tribes are one race. And in their meetings a long time ago, they decided we need to cut them off from being together, from being united, We had to cut these 12 tribes off from being a nation, meaning divide them. That's why today you got the name Puerto Rican on one tribe. Another tribe is called Cuban. Another tribe is called Mexican. Another one, Argentinian. Another one, what? Brazilian. Was it? Huh? Hey, another one, Haitian. Let's call them Haitian. These people, let's call Jamaican. Let's call them Trinidadian. Let's call them let's call them Black, Asiatics. Let's call them African American. They divided us up. They cut us off from being a nation. Now we a whole bunch of about 20 different nations now. Read.
The name of Israel.
That's the name of what?
Israel.
They didn't care about Islam. That the name of what?
Israel.
They didn't care about Christianity. That the name of what?
Israel.
They didn't care about Buddhism and Africanism and Egyptology or Scientology. That the name of what?
Israel.
They said the Bible says that the name of Israel. Go ahead.
May be no more in remembrance.
May be no more in remembrance, man. That's what they was concerned about. They was concerned about us knowing that we were the Israelites, because that could topple their entire empire, man. We died from the sins we do every day because of the lies of the Christian church. We continue, you know what I'm saying? We continue to do those sins. You understand? I know firsthand accounts of people that eat abominations and get high and then have a stroke or have a mild heart attack or have some problem and get rushed to the hospital. And when they nurse them back to health and they get back on their feet, they got some problems. They got to take some medicines. They got to take some therapy. But after this damn near life losing event, they come home and they celebrate. They say, "Ooh, thank God that I made it through." And you know how they celebrate? Eating more abominations and getting more high. They don't even realize that the reason why they almost were unalive was because of these evil things that they do. Go ahead.
That's the I mean, I was on telling somebody bread. I don't know if you're supposed to eat it. So the person still went out on bread. So when I ate the practice, right? Control on it, and then it died. So they called me the next day, like, you know, I guess you was right. I wasn't supposed to be bread. I'm like, listen, man, that's what the Lord said.
Yeah. Go.
You know, supposed to be all messing with that abomination anyway. That's why that happened to you.
Go.
You know what I mean?
Most are right. You know what I mean? Like we try to warn. Like in the time of judgment, man, they ain't gonna have no excuse. Nobody gonna have no excuse. Isaiah 30 and 12. I gotta rush this long. I never have enough time. I got so much.
Isaiah 30 and 12, sir.
Let me no, I'm gonna skip that. Give me Romans 1 and 25. Like our oppressor, the Lord turned his back on us once again. Our oppressor convinced us through religion that he's God. He's Jesus. He's God. He's the prophets. You understand? And listen, they took our lives if we didn't conform. They would take our lives if we didn't submit to him being God and Jesus and all that. Romans 1:25. Read.
The book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
Our oppressor did. Our oppressors changed the truth of God to a lie and forced it on us through bloodshed. Go ahead.
And worship and serve the creature more than the creator.
Who can tell me what that means? We worship and serve the creator, the creature, more than the creator. Who can tell me what that is? Come on. I know Cat probably knows. Any of you sisters, y'all understand what that means? The Lord said they changed the truth of God into a lie and convinced us to worship and serve the creature more than the creator. Anybody online? Aisha, what does that mean? Worshiping the creature more than the creator. I'll give you a minute. Because it's a terrible, terrible thing what religion has done to us. I'll give you the answer. Nobody volunteered. It said, and worship and serve the creature more than the creator. First, let's start with the creator. The creator, everybody knows, is the Most High God, right? He created everything. He's the pot. He's sitting in there molded. He made the sun. He made the stars. He made the moon. He took this ball of gas and congealed it, took everything in it, and put everything in it that was needed to make the earth, to make the water. Everything that the earth needs to function is right here in the earth. That's why they're sucking all the oil out of the earth. The earth produces oil. It produces the grass and the crops that we need. The animals are here eating off the earth and making more animals. The rain comes down from the clouds. God sends us. If the Lord gives us everything we need to survive. But we do have an oppressor that the Bible calls the devil. He takes those things, and now we pay a king's ransom for it, man. Who'd ever thought? And back in the day, you never think about paying for water. Back in the day, my rib's father used to take them to a stream, and they fill up big jugs and bring it home. You understand? It's you know what I mean. It's now we pay for water. We pay for water. We pay for food that's poisoned with chemicals. You understand? So we said that's the creator. The creator created all these things. Now, what does it mean to serve the creature more than the creator? If I'm a creator and I make this beautiful cup here, I make this. This is the creature. The creature is the thing that's created. I make this. This is my creature. I created it. So God creating everything and all people on the earth, we were taught through religion to worship the thing that God created instead of worshiping God. Right. We worship our oppressors. We worship white people. Hell, a lot of us worship Chinese people. We worship Africans and all of their gods. You know, we worship all type of people that God created. And that is a sin. That is against the Most High God. We're supposed to worship him, but he said that we change the truth of God into a lie by worshiping the creature more than the creator. Go to Jeremiah 7:23. Jeremiah 7:23. Because this is the good news. Out of all the ignorance that our people suffer, out of our lack of knowledge, our lack of understanding, our lack of wisdom, and all the things that we've been taught to do that gets our lives taken because God is angry with us, we are taught to do these things that makes our God take our life. The good news is this. You got it? Jeremiah 7:23.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 7, and verse 23. But this thing commanded I them, saying, obey my voice.
This thing I commanded I them, saying, obey my voice. I'm good. Saying, obey my voice. That's what God wants. That's what the God of Israel wants. He don't want you to decide to do good things that you think is good, that you think is sweet. You understand? He wants you to obey him. He wants you to obey him. You read the story of Saul, where God gave Saul a commandment. He said, go destroy the king of Amalek, destroy all the people, and destroy all the animals. What did Saul do? He decided on his own, in his own mind, I'm going to save the king of Amalek. And I'm going to save the best of their animals to sacrifice to the God of Israel. And he thought that was a good thing. He thought that saving the best of these animals would be good to sacrifice to the Most High. But the Most High already told you to get rid of everything. Right. And Saul lost the kingdom for that, man. He lost the throne. He was fired from his job of running a nation because he simply disobeyed the Most High, thinking that he was doing good by the Most High. He went into his own mind. He went into his own mind. Read.
And I will be your God.
If we just obey God, no shrimp, no crab, no lobster, no pork. Don't throw away your woman. I don't care how much you think you fell out of love. You sisters, you fell out of love, so you want a new man. Don't be no whore, because that's what that is. Fall out of love with your man and you get a new man. That's being an adulteress. That's a death penalty offense according to the Bible, man. Obey God. Once you lay with that man, y'all together forever, man. Work it out. You got problems? Hell, who don't? Come have a counsel. Work it out. Let's figure this out. Two brothers having a beef with each other. Let's figure this out. Go to counsel because we looking to sit on thrones together. So any little beef we got here, let's work it out. See what the problem is so we can become brothers again. That's what our black King Jesus Christ told us to do. Obey my voice, God said, and I will be your God. Go ahead.
Oh, God. And ye shall be my people.
And you're going to be my people. Read.
Come, and walk ye in all the ways that I commanded you.
Just follow my commandments. walk in all the ways that I commanded you. Go ahead.
That it may be well unto you.
So I can save your life. I can't save your life. I don't know why Christians think God know their heart. I know I do this and I do this and this is disgusting and the Bible say don't do that and I do it all, but God know my heart. He know my real heart. They think their real heart, Yediah, is different from the nasty life they live. God does know your nasty, disgusting heart, man. All he's telling you is to obey. He rejected us because our ancestors rejected him. And now he's throwing us a bone. He said if we obey him, he's going to be our God and we're going to be his people again. All we got to do is walk in all his commandments that he commanded us. Zechariah 13:9. And then I'm going to go into a little history. Go ahead, Kat.
Because you always bring up, we tried Islam, we tried Christianity, we tried Easter, we tried Thanksgiving, we tried this, we tried that. But the one thing that we never tried was actually going with standing side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like how can we know if the good things is going to happen if we never gave that a chance?
God. Like we experiment with everything else, Kat. We experiment with all type of drugs and all type of things. Let's take this chance, black people. You ain't never came into the God of Israel and obeyed him. You never did that. Why? Because eating pork seemed like a small thing to you. Eating shrimp might seem like a small thing to you. You mean to tell me that we ain't, the white people are rooting over us just because I smoke a cigarette? Yes. Yes. Just because you smoke a cigarette. Just because you love a shrimp platter and the king crabs. Yes. Yes. Just because you ain't happy with your man, so you listen to Steve Harvey and them old ass silly women on his show to get rid of your man, if for the slightest thing that you think is wrong. Yes, those small things is preventing God from defending us against our enemies. Yes, it is. Zechariah 13:9. And like Cap said, we tried everything. Paul, when you read the New Testament also, Paul even taught about an unknown God in the New Testament because we were so superstitious like we are today that we would get into everything to where they had every idol in this place and they even had one thing that represented the unknown God. Just the God, what's going on? Verify to continue. How do I do that? Do a puzzle. Unable to verify. I don't know how to. Okay. So they asked me to verify to continue. So just trying to get right on TikTok. Okay, no sweat. The what? Also, you die and all this digital crap. You know what I'm saying? Zechariah 13:9. So Paul taught about an unknown God because we know that our people, we in everything, but they never give the Most High a chance. They never take a shot on thinking, well, maybe if you just quit them cigarettes, quit the pork, quit the shrimp, the tuna fish, and did what the Bible say, get out of shop for a year. Try that for a year, Cap. You know what I'm saying? And let's see how your life changes. Let's see the spirit that the Lord put on you. Give the I.S.U.P.K a shot for a year. Now, after that year, if you say, you know what, y'all niggas is crazy, I'm out of here, we're going to respect you for it. Get the hell out of here. We don't want you no way. You know what I'm saying? And that'll show us that the Lord never put his spirit on you and don't want you. You know what I'm saying? But if you're able to come up in here for a year and obey these laws and commandments, your life, will be totally different.